Got some seats over here as well.
Also, tonight, because we're gonna be moving quickly, I'm not gonna talk about becoming a. And what is a change maker? Not a person that makes change anybody. What it is a change maker is somebody that it costs $55 a night to stay here. So I get a little strong when I start talking about that change maker. It costs $55 a night to stay at Healing Transitions. And some of these guys and some of the alumni have stayed here a long time. And so what you're doing, you're paying for a bed, you're giving back. You're doing fourth step work. So when you are out there in the neighborhood talking about how much you love Healing Transitions, give back what was so freely given to you rather than coming up here trying to get more for free. Because recovery teaches me to be responsible. Boy, it got real quiet. Because I'm really talking to the alumni. We thank everybody else because we have some good board members, people raising money all the time. But if you are a part of the Healing Place, Healing Transitions family, you ought to want to give back. And I do participant screening, so I know some of y'all got some income. So you know. Yeah. As a matter of fact, we got some participants in the program that are becoming change makers after 1 minute. Okay. The first new silver chipper we're going to be recognizing is Mr. Brandon Trey Simpson. Yeah. So, Brandon felt a little guilty a few minutes ago because he know he's not a change maker. And when I showed him the papers of how long he was at Healing Transitions, he ought to become a change maker just to pay us back for these sheets it cost us to print out his stuff. But I'm glad about it because Trey is an example of perseverance. Just listen to this. And this is $55 a night. This ain't talking about all that other stuff. He was in detox 9 times. Overnight with contract 64 days. Met 1 8 times. Met 2 5 times. CTR 1 2 times. And CTR 2 1 time. Some of the problems he had here, like I want to stay politically correct, so I said his hands was a little sticky at one time. I would leave it like that. And he had a cell phone. But today, Trey is a member of the family, not only as a silver chipper, but he's an employee here. So that's showing you what perseverance can do. Please help me welcome silver chipper number 1032, Mr. Trey.
How y'all doing, man? I'm Trey. I'm a recovering drug addict. I just wanted to thank, man, everybody here at the Healing Place, all the staff here, especially Mr. Rayford. Mr. Rayford's been a huge inspiration in my recovery, man. I started coming here back in 2012, and I wasn't ready to get clean. I started coming here for everybody else, man. Everybody else wanted me to get clean, but I wasn't ready, man. So I couldn't stop using. It was about 2016, man, when I finally something started to click, man, and I started to build a relationship with God. I became ready to do something different, man. I wanted to thank my family. I got my daughter here tonight. Her mom, my son was coming. He didn't make it from Maryland in time. And also my son, man, passed away last year, man. He was 21, man. He was in the military. He passed away when I was here last year. And that's the hardest thing I've ever had to go through, man. But I came back here. I knew this was a safe place, man. I came back here and continued doing what I was doing. One thing from the book, man, I am big into the book. Just wanted to say, in the 12 and 12, page 15, it says the 12 steps is spiritual in nature. It says when practice is a way of life, can expel the compulsion to drink and make the user happily and usefully whole. I am whole today, man, and for a long time I didn't know what that felt like, man. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all.
One thing, guys in Met want to Met to or CTR, you ever want to talk the book? There's some guys up here that love the book. Trey loved that book because we learned that drugs and alcohol is what? Symptom of the problem, symbol of the problem. All right, the next guy we're gonna be recognizing is Mr. Donald Turner.
Right.
And like I said, at $55 a night, I did keep up with history, just cause me and him couldn't quite figure something out today. So he attended over 407 meetings. He was here 357 days. And I just don't know how this group of guys here, I don't even think I could find 6 suggestions for none of them. Right. I think they're still in the folders out of the office before they come in. So we can't have this stuff together. But anyway, only thing I could find that Don done wrong while he was here was not making silver chip calls. Now, y'all know, ain't nobody came through this program and stayed that long, and that's all they had. But anyway, we gonna go with that. And the only thing he was asked to do was teach an open class on the importance of keeping in touch with your community and a verbal roster check. That means he had to go around to all his peers and ask them what they think. And not only that, one thing I will say for y'all guys in the shelter, Don brings cigarettes here every day. So if y'all don't clap for nobody else, you sure clap. So please help me welcome Silver Chip alumni number 1042, Mr. Donald Thompson.
Oh, thank y'all. Y'all, I had a suit that I was gonna wear tonight, but I tried to button it up and it no longer fits. But, no, I appreciate it. There's a couple people I want to recognize, and I'll do it very briefly. One would be, Dale Jenkins. He was my sponsor when I came through the program. He walked me through the steps, still with Chip 907. Another very important person to me is Rayford, Silver Chipper 85. He kept me here longer than I wanted to stay, I can promise you. And Chris Filial, 392. He helped me out through the program. He's been there for me. He stood by me. And he helped me save several times. So it's a very important part of my life. And then I have another gentleman, Silver Chipper 907. A lot of y'all got to eat his wonderful food tonight there. Derek Jones, who stood by me through my CTR2 and CTR1, and he's still part of my life today. He's a very important part of my life. All y'all are very important, and all the staff has really changed my life. But there is something, like he said a minute ago, I like the book. So I'm going to read a passage out of the book. It's on page 28. It says, "We in our turn sought the same escape with all the desperation of a drowning man." And what I want to share with you, he talks about not getting a lot of help while I'm here. When I got here, I was beat down, 52 years old. I've had real high points in life and had real low points. When I got here, sat in that seat every class, paid attention. I did what I was asked to do, and I tried to help a lot of people while I was here. So I was a drowning man. It seems what seemed at first a flimsy reed has proved to be a loving and powerful hand of God. A new life has been given us, or if you prefer, a design for living that really works. And that's what I've received here, a different way of living and a different way of thinking. Step 3 is my favorite step. Change the way I think so that I can change my life. And it's very important. And I appreciate y'all. God bless.
think these guys tried to tell us something about the community process on the slide. When I got here, I was already beat down, so I just did what they told me to do. I need to take him over there and pop him off over there to WHT for a little while, see can you walk through over there. All right, anyway, good job, Don, and Don was a peer mentor. One thing I'm gonna back up quickly and say about Trey was that Trey started this journey in 2014. That's why I meant about perseverance. And he's here tonight, and a staff member. That makes me feel good. The next guy we're gonna be recognizing is Mr. Matt McMarrow. Matt started his journey in 2016, and he finally finished it now. Matt was here 600 days, costing us $55 a night. Attended over 637 meetings. Was held accountable by his peers 3 times. I tell you, y'all was some really good guys. Not being a brother's keeper, an inappropriate comment, and he was fired from the kitchen. Now, you listen at the help that this man got. That's why I know them guys, y'all done something, man. Chair a 2001 meeting one time, do 2 dish pits, and nominate himself for the kitchen supervisor. Just about makes me ashamed of my job. Please help me welcome Silver Chip alumni number 1044, Mr. Matt McMahon.
Hey, welcome to you again. My name's Matt. I'm an addict.
Y'all make it hard.
Since the first time I got to HT till now, it's been about 8 years. It's a long time coming. First time I got here, I wasn't ready. I left after a couple months, went to Colorado to get in the cannabis industry. Smart, right? Got in a real dark place out in Colorado. Real dark. One that I don't wish anybody to get to. I didn't want to live. Man, it was rough. I'm just thinking about it. But finally my brother came and got me a flight back here because I said I wanted to go back to Healing Transitions. Came back here. I was here for about 1.5 years and I relapsed in the planning room. Still wasn't ready. Then I left again. I left for about 4 years and then I relapsed and came back and retracked. I was here for about 7 months. Finished the program and I don't regret any of it. I met a lot of good guys that I love so much and bestest friends, my family, love you guys, never gave up on me. Always believed in me, even when I didn't, especially my mom. And they're all here tonight, and it means the world to me. But thank you, Healing Transitions. You guys saved my life, for real. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm John Hubbard. I'm the planning room lead supervisor, Silver Chipper number 967.
Okay.
This is always one of my favorite times, is a chance to kind of introduce some of our guys to the other families that are here. First up this evening is Mr. Sandy Myers, Silver Chip number 1045. Now, Sandy was he was an interesting sort of guy in that he was a little introverted at times in a sneaky way. He has a really twisted sort of sense of humor, and being in the planning room with him for quite a while in there, that always came through. Now, Sandy has spent 410 days here, 410 days, okay, 55. he attended 405 meetings that, at least that's what he wrote down on his meeting sheet. But, I know he was a peer mentor. He was involved in, a newer group that we had called Driving for Recovery, where they, started a, disc golf group. He also kind of flew under the radar a little bit, or at least until he got to the planning room. You know, pretty much, I mean, you messed up your budget sheet, really? I mean, you forgot silver chip calls? I mean, dude, really? Okay, his enops, which is the exact nature of the problem, was self-will, shocker, and sloth. And some of the things that he was asked to do was help teach the new CTRs how to fill out a budget sheet. Mr. Sexton, we're real sorry about that. Seeing as he didn't know how to turn on him right to begin with. But we did make up for it once he got into the planning room with the suggestions in there on the I lost count of the rosters that he was asked to redo and roll calls that were asked to be redone. But one thing that I am really proud of working with Sandy was we are in the process of working on a brand new database, and he is pivotal and going through the initial stages of that and really getting that turned around. It was an honor serving with you in the planning. And ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sandy Myers.
Speeches, not very good at talking in front of people. It unnerves me. But thank you, Mr. Hubbard, and thanks all to HTV that play the works here, all the volunteers, my family's here tonight. I'm so thankful for them, for all their love and support. And money is still, I'm working on my budgets. But I'm really happy to be here. This was, a lot of people would say, the last house on the road. And it was for me, and I'm glad I found it. Came here quite begrudgingly, but I did it. And thank you all.
All right, now the next gentleman I need to talk about is he's someone that I like to think of as kind of a frequent flyer, in that he's been in and out a good bit. In his time here, 446 days, he started in 2016 and stayed until 2018. Then left for a while, just out doing your thing, dodging COVID for a little while, and then came back in July of 2022. So 446 days here, it's 695 meetings. Now, during that time, he was in detox 8 times, overnight 14 times, overnight with a contract 37 times, wait list 8 times, met 1 5 times, met 2 3, CTR 1 2, and CTR 2 1. So you made that one work. That's good. So where I originally met him, kind of got to know him a little bit better, was in a group here we call Dharma. And we would get in kind of deep philosophical conversations and just kind of share different aspects of what we thought was going on. Neither of us obviously were right, because at any point in time, everything is always going on here. So during that time, he was addressed on broken commitment, entitlement, and inconsideration. One of my favorite helps that I've come across so far was he's asked to write a letter to himself about how proud of his improvements. And then he was asked to also serve meals. And his enops were fear and self-will, which gets back to the base of what we do here, and that's work on ourselves and address ourselves because it's only through that we can get this gift that we've been greatly given. So at this time, let me introduce you to Silver Chip, number 1046, Mr. Jeremy Cohn.
First, I want to thank God, for the wisdom, the courage, and the strength for this path. And, the grace and mercy to survive it. I come here for opening, spiritually, emotionally, it's totally, and this place never turned me down. Not once did it turn me down, no matter what the circumstances was. But I needed all that, right? I needed all that to learn. Today, I just want to thank God. I want to thank my sponsor for helping me understand what a conscious contact is, how to improve that. I want to thank my spiritual advisors I've worked with over the years to help alter my perception. I want to thank this program, AA, for carrying me through and understanding that we live on a spiritual basis or else. Yeah, thank you.
Hey, everybody, my name is Jason Sexton. I'm the transition manager here at Men's. Also, Silver Chip number 524. So I work with the guys that have completed the educational portion. They're now doing a commitment to give back, whether they're looking for work or they're working and saving money for housing. What we want to do now is we want to recognize those men that have made it to this point of the program since the last ceremony. So they're going to come up one by one, and I'm going to give them a copy of their detox picture. We also have a tradition here. The thought behind it is that while we're out there ripping and running, we lose a lot of our marbles. So when they come up, they're going to be able to get one of their marbles back. Okay? The first guy I want to introduce is James Smith.
Come on, James.
Billy Kaiser. Orius O'Neill.
Oh, hey.
Anthony Conrad. Robert Figley. John Williams.
Get two.
Mark Farnsworth. Stephen Eisenstein.
Come on, Steve.
All right.
Michael Wimena.
Tell him speak. Mike. Don't let him.
Kevin Rollins. William Sofredo. Willie Edwards.
Check his budget sheet, man. Look at them glasses. Let's check his budget sheet. Them glasses right there. That's a, I know you gonna be a change, maybe you wear them glasses like that.
Charles Dude. Ken Wells. Stephen White. Michael Starbuck.
Come on.
Congratulations, guys.
Good evening, everybody.
Oh,
Y'all just like, y'all gotta get louder than that. Good evening, everybody. Okay. So,
go ahead.
my name is Bart Hill. I'm a staff member here, also Silver Ship of 1009. So tonight, we're gonna have the holiday open house. Ever since the beginning of the, open house, there has been a committee hard at work, and I seriously mean hard at work. Myself included this year, what they pretty much do is take all the nominations in from various different participants, you know, outside organizations, staff members, and we are hard at work deliberating to just bring you the best. And there were some wonderful and serious nominations this year, so if you're a part of the committee of this year, please stand up, give yourself a round of applause. Self-included. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our first category, which is our community partner of the year. So pretty much what our community partner is, they are the guys hard at work that help us expand and keep our services on demand. So the real question is, without them, where would HQ literally be? So let's go ahead and get to it. These are a couple of different nominations. I'm not gonna name everyone out, but everyone has played an intricate part of being our partner over the past couple of years. So thank you guys very much.
Two recipients.
It's two. It is two recipients this year, I'm sorry. We're gonna go ahead and go with the first one.
Hey, Healing Transitions and Fletcher Foundation. I'm David Meeker. Just a quick note of thanks for all you've done for HT in 2023. Given money, given your time, and you've helped us navigate issues around the White Flag Shelter and the drop-in shelter. We're so appreciative that you're in this fight with us, and we hope you know the difference you're making. Thank y'all so much. Thanks, Damon. Thanks, Nicole. Thanks to the Goodmans. Looking forward to working together in 2024. See ya.
Hi, I'm Damon Sircost. I'm the Executive Director of the AJ Fletcher Foundation, and I have a very easy job. The Goodman family, AJ Fletcher's descendants, they run Capital Broadcasting, the Durham Bulls. They could take those resources and put them anywhere, and they decided to put in a foundation so that I can go and make sure that the folks here at Healing Transitions and other places have the resources they need. I have a very easy job. So it reminds me of a quote: do what you can with what you have, with where you are now, so you can do what you can with what you have, where you are now, so you can do what you can with what you have, with where you are now. I've had a lot. I've got a lucky life. Good job. They provide me with the resources to come out and help out you. They provide us with nice t-shirts. Right? It's a good gig. But to sit here in the company of folks like Don and Matt and Trey, Jeremy, Sandy, the disc golfer, we gotta play sometime. It's humbling and it's honoring, and we appreciate it from the bottom of our heart. So thank you very much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Stacy.
And I'm Greg.
Tonight, we have the privilege to announce one of the community partners of the year. Millie and Brian founded Active Adventure, which has been proved to be an ingenious outlet for many of us alcoholics and addicts. Millie is truly an extraordinary woman. She is always willing to go far and beyond to help everyone. Millie wears many hats in life and in the recovery community. This woman deserves a cape too for being a real life superhero.
Brian, he goes above and beyond for anything and everybody that he can. I can't say enough about him. He works hard in both his job outside of here and when he's here. And with Active Adventure, we have learned not only to have fun and sobriety, but also that sobriety is fun. Thanks and congratulations, Brian.
I've been really nervous all week because I just didn't want Chris Butnick to get ugly crying pictures of me. So don't do it, Chris. So my name's Millie. I'm silver chipper 234 from the Women's Camp. They're just so grateful to even be acknowledged for this. Thank you so much, Stacy and Greg. We love them so much. They've been such a pivotal part of Active Adventure since the beginning. It's so amazing to see like the same people continue to show up every single month. And like, that's just, it makes it worth it. All the stress, you know, all the craziness, but just to see them out there having fun and like getting other people involved. So real quick, what is Active Adventure? We provide outdoor excursions to people in all stages of substance use recovery. So, and our goal is to help people achieve long-term sobriety through nature, fitness, and fellowship. So we have a lot of fun out there. So in March, Brian came to me and he said, I have this idea and I want to take the participants hiking. And I said, cool, like, you know, maybe we can get a couple of people to join us. It's pretty easy. We just made a sign-up sheet. 2 girls from the women's came, 3 guys from the men's, and a couple of staff and alumni. And we had such a great time. And we've just grown since then. We did some really cool things this year. We got to take people to the beach, we went kayaking. And some of these were first time experiences for a lot of people that joined us. So that was just like so awesome. I just want to say thank you to all the participants who continue to show up. It's just been so great, the love and support from the alumni, staff, and other people just in the 12-step recovery community. With just donating their time, giving rides, donating money for us. It's just been overwhelming and we're just super, super grateful. A couple people that we want to just acknowledge, Olivia, she's just been with us since the beginning. Gina, Amanda Jones and Frank Jones, they're not here tonight, but you know, they're always willing to help us out. Scotty B is another person. And a really special thanks to Terry Conyers. In November, we received our 501c3 status to become an official nonprofit. And if it wasn't for her help, I don't know if I could have navigated all that paperwork. So she's just been really, really great. So thank you, Brian.
Isn't she great? I don't even have to talk. My name is Brian Mosh. I'm also alumni of this program, Silver Chipper 913. And, founders of this program. And I can remember sitting in these seats as a participant and looking up here at the people coming up and just actually looking up to them, you know? And so I paid close attention to what those people were doing and followed in their footsteps. And I learned how to help other people. And I could also remember on the trudge route in that park over there and just looking up and noticing the trees and the blue sky and that beautiful park over there and appreciating those simple things again. And you know, that was my sanctuary over there. I ride the bike through there and all that. And then when I left here, I started exploring other places, getting out to some other places and hiking and just an adventure, right? And what I got from those experiences was beneficial for my mental health, physical health, and my spiritual fitness. And you know, I just wanted to share that some of these places that I've been to, and in hopes that some other people can get what I got from it and continue to get from it. So, thank you. Facebook, check it out.
Everybody, I'm a little more warmed up now. So our next category is gonna be employer ally, and we do have 2 recipients this year. And when I hear employer ally, what I think is, not only do they hire people in recovery, but they hire people from Healing Transition. So one word comes to mind, or maybe it might be 2, don't quote me, but it's second chance. So we're really thankful to them. Can I get my first presenter for the first recipient, please? Come on down.
How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Derek Pettit and Silver Chipper 906. So first off, I just want to say grateful to be here tonight to be able to present this award to my employer and a good friend of mine. The reason why I nominated him was he threatened to dock my pay if I didn't. No, I met my boss, James K, when I came here, and he was my peer mentor. Since then, he's worked very hard to build what he has today, and been in business about 3 years, just continues to grow. He's become an amazing father and partner for his family of 5. And he's given me an opportunity that I'm very grateful for. I'm blessed to have, as well as anytime that we need help at work, this is the place he goes to find people to help, as well as anybody in Oxford houses and stuff. So he's about that, giving people second chances and trying to get help them get off their feet, or get on their feet, I should say, sorry. But without further ado, James K with JK Transportation. By the way, I clocked in for this.
Oh, okay. And this is a testament to this place right here, because I set this line like maybe close to 4 years ago and watched people come up here and receive awards. And you know, kind of like Brian said, man, I looked up to the people that were up here and I learned from them and I watched them. And this is really truly something that each and every one of you can achieve if you follow the footsteps and you do what you're supposed to do. And that means integrity, doing the right thing if no one's looking. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Thank y'all.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name's Tabitha and I'm sewer trooper 307. So we want to present an award to, Sunny's Diner. I've been working there for 2 years, and for over 10 years, they've been hiring the ladies from, Healing Transitions. And some of them, it hasn't always worked out. They've relapsed, but they've never given up on us. And for that, we want to honor them tonight. So.
Hey y'all, Mackenzie, I'm Addict. Sorry that our employers were not able to be here tonight, but we just want to recognize them. And I just want to say, as somebody that has a very extensive background, and was very hard for me to get a job, and you know, they hired me on spot and they have been nothing but good to me. So thank you.
All right, guys, this particular award right here is singular, so hey, feel very important about this one. This is our volunteer. This is our volunteer of the year award. Pretty much these people take time out of their day to help in various different areas and aspects of healing transitions, you know. For no money, for no particular type of area, just, you know, to come help and put smiles on participants and staff members' faces. So we're really thankful for the volunteers, and I'm gonna ask you to come and present our volunteer of the year. Thank you.
My name is Joy. I am the county clerk here at Healing Transitions. I am also silver trooper number 328. The privilege tonight of introducing this year's Volunteer of the Year Award. The loss of our comptroller earlier this year, who handled so many things outside of her normal job description, created a challenging transition for our organization. Nicole, who loves a good challenge, stepped into the fire and helped keep us afloat. She has volunteered countless hours, attending board meetings, preparing financial statements, literally keeping our lights on. She's also helped Amanda with grant requisitions. She has made herself available to answer any questions that we have, and she has given us solutions on how to move forward in a better direction. I know myself, as well as the entire administration team, are extremely grateful for her dedication and commitment to Healing Transitions. It is my honor to present the 2023 Volunteer of the Year to Nicole Silver.
I feel kind of bad standing up here. I volunteer in accounting, you know, it's normally the back of the bus kind of activity. I'm not bringing food. I'm not doing other things to help through the program. I'm not a silver trooper. But I've been working with Joy. I've been when there was no one, I started here in May, just paying the bills, counting the store cash, issuing stipends, doing whatever it took to keep the lights on, keep them delivering food, keep things sort of going. Joy now is taking on the bulk of that responsibility, which is a young man's job, which has allowed me to focus on some future kinds of things that we're working on. Carolina, can you talk a little bit about why am I here? A piece of why I'm here is because I like a good challenge. The accounting systems here are a good challenge. Every time I hear $55 a night, that sort of thing comes out of accounting. I was asked by David Meeker, you saw him on the screen a few days ago. He's a client of mine, to come in to see if I had any hours, that there was a budget and there was some money available if I had some time to come help out because we lost staff here. I came here on a Wednesday in May at 9 a.m. and I saw all these men leaving the campus, going off to start their daily activities, going to work, to do things. I was greeted by security. I talked to so many people who are graduates of the program, who work here. I listen like a bug on the wall as I hear intake. I get emails with celebrations of anniversaries. I get emails where we mourn people who pass away. And there's a lot of grace, there's a lot of love here. I really feel like you're a great program, that Healing Transitions is a great program, and that our community needs to thank the Healing Transitions team for doing all that it does for this community. So I will say thank you. I've enjoyed being a volunteer. And lastly, I guess I would like to say I really enjoyed working with the team. As I said, Joy, who introduced me, is doing a yeoman's job and really keeping the accounting piece on the rails. I've worked with Wendy and her team on the development side, Amanda Blue and the program side, Terry in the thrift store, and making sure we count every dollar, every single one. And then Chris, who has allowed me to be kind of bossy and really try and think about where are we going with this and how can we be more strategic in accounting going forward. So thank you, everyone. Yeah.
First thing, where should we account for the planking? All right, y'all, we have got down to the nitty gritty, and this is a very, all of them are very important, but this one hit home because most of you guys know these people. We have got down to our final category, which is staff member of the year. Let's go ahead and. So, this year, it was a very hard deliberation, and there are 2 recipients, which is amazing, and my name ain't on either one of those plaques. But no, when I'm in staff member of the year, these people not only have touched lives, they have literally saved lives. If Healing Transition was infinity, they would be beyond. They have did everything from touched by participants to other staff members to people out of the organization. They have done everything. They've done their due diligence, and they really do deserve the award. So, where is my first presenter? Where's my first presenter? Hey, here we go. Come on down.
Hey, how y'all doing? Jesse Bennett, Silver Chip, 565. I'm also a former staff member. It's crazy. I'm standing up here to give this award because 2 years ago I was banned off property. But today I'm just back in recovery and back to the client. I had to write this stuff down, make sure, I get all the good things in here. It's interesting to be standing up here saying anything nice about Patrick. There was a time I couldn't stand him, and I'm sure there was a time he couldn't stand himself even more. Patrick is a prime example of how to do things wrong by working your own program. But he's also a great example of how to do things right by getting out of his own way and finally taking suggestions from those around him. Now, I'm not saying he works a perfect program by any means, no one does. But he works a program that has a design for living that creates longevity in his own recovery. Today, Patrick goes above and beyond as a staff member and an alumni. He takes pride in his job at the thrift store, tells me every month what records he's breaking. He chairs Refocus each week. He also participates in fundraising for the HT, picks guys up, takes them to meetings every week. He has a home group that he's active in, a sponsor, and actively works on his recovery. The humility he shows and the recovery path he has chosen looks a lot different than in years past. His role as a staff member, while not always in the spotlight, should most definitely be recognized because he doesn't just come in and punch the clock. He embodies what an alumni and a staff should be. Today, Patrick isn't some greasy salesperson trying to make a quick buck. He's a loyal employee, a trusting friend, a good son, and a positive member in recovery.
You're all gonna get roasted up here. I thought Chris was gonna be the one doing the roasting, but yeah, so I'm Patrick, I'm Silver Trooper 122. You know, I've been coming around here for 21 years. I got here August 12th of 2002. And the last time I retracked, you know, I went into Chris's office and I said, you know, no offense, but I don't want to ever come back here again. And you know, he suggested I do some things different. He kind of made a joke and he said, you know, I suggest you get a job at the farmer's market or the thrift store. And I kind of laughed. And about a week later, I called him for my job. And I said, hey, is that job still available at the thrift store? And he also suggested I keep my life simple because he watched me for, you know, 21 years, and I was always taking off or biting off more than I could chew, like straight out of this facility. And you know, today, you know, I think about the advantages I've had by coming through this facility, and I've met astronomical amounts of people. You know, I've met so many different individuals by retracking 3 times. And it's just but I would have never met these people, you know, honestly. And you know, I actually got to see Jesse Bennett cry. So that was well worth it. But I can't say enough about, you know, how fortunate I am to be a part of this organization. And you know, we have the Oakwood 24 tomorrow, and today I had like a fever. I was really sick, and I was out there at the cemetery setting up, and I was like setting up the stuff, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna make it up there. I mean, I was like sick, and for some reason I went home, I took a nap, and I woke up and I feel fine now. So I don't know if it's like miraculous recovery, but you know, the last thing I want to say, I'm hoping before the end of this year or next year, we can see Jeremy McDonald, you know, finally work the first step. That'll be all worth it to me. Thanks, guys. Love y'all. Merry Christmas.
Well,
as I said before, we do have 2 recipients, so can I just get the next presenter to come up here? Hey, girl.
Hey y'all, my name is Angie. I'm here tonight to help honor a wonderful woman for Staff Member of the Year. Not only does she eat, sleep, and breathe recovery, but her heart is one of gold. She is always there for anyone that has a question, wants to talk, or simply needs a hug. I look up to her as she is my angel and will forever hold a special place in my heart. Her hard work and dedication is something we all strive to gain, not only at the women's campus, but with everyone she comes into contact with. I love you, and it's my pleasure to introduce Staff of the Year, Eleanor Lomberg.
My name is Eleanor, I'm silver chip number 313. This is an honor to be standing in front of y'all today, one sober, and two, to be a part of such an amazing organization. If it wasn't for the founders and people before me, staff members before me who were there for me, I would not be here today. This has been such a beautiful journey. I've met such amazing women in and out of healing transitions. Every day I wake up with a purpose. The addict I was 2.5 years ago when I came through detox was hopeless and broken. It was somebody who didn't see a future. Healing transition for $55 a night. They was able to give me a safe place to recover, a safe place for me to work on myself, to be a mother, today to be a daughter, to be a sister, and to be a member of this beautiful organization, to be able to help the next woman walking through this detox doors. This hasn't been an easy journey, but I've had support from amazing coworkers, as well as supervisors and leadership. And this is just an honor to stand in front of you. Thank you.
Right, we're making great time. Appreciate all the hard work and the prep in this. So we have 2 employee recognitions for 1 year of dedicated service. My privilege to welcome Travis Hill to come up, our men's maintenance coordinator, to thank him for 1 year of service and incredible hard work. Took a lot of pride in making sure this community room looked great for you guys tonight. So Travis, thank you.
How y'all doing tonight? I'm Travis Hill. I'm silver chipper number 975. Very, very grateful to be here and not where I would have been if it wasn't for Healing Transitions, which we all know where that could have been, either dead or in jail. But what I would like to say is thank you for giving me a place to find recovery, but not only find recovery, but a place to work in recovery. And super great environment and all the coworkers here that make it all the more better to work here. Thank y'all very much.
I'm Justin Garrity, Director of Recovery Services here at the men's campus and also Silver Chip 676. Ray, do you have a second? You mentioned your family, but there's one specific woman in your family that played a pretty important role. Thank you, real quick. I think that's.
Yeah, I was sitting over there. I wanted to say that too, man. My grandmother, man. My grandmother's been huge in my recovery, man. And my grandfather as well. They never turned their back on me no matter what, man. And I know the last time right before I came in here, I had overdosed in my tow truck, man. And I overdosed in my tow truck and I had wrecked into a car. Later I found out with a little girl, the same age as mine, and her dad, man. Well, anyway, I was in the hospital and they let me go, and my grandma's always answered the phone when I called, man, and I called to get her to come pick me up, and she didn't answer the phone. And I knew I'd really screwed up, man. But she did, and that's what it took, man, for me to come here. And she didn't end up start answering the phone again. And now I go over there every weekend to spend time with them, man, and try to be of service and be present in their life as a grandson. So thank you.
We hold round robin discussions once a quarter. That's where we get folks that are actively using, and we all sit around the table. Most of these folks are experiencing unsheltered homelessness and living in the woods. And we ask, what can be helpful? What are y'all noticing? What can we do? What can the community do? And what we found was that people on medication-assisted treatment, when they can't get to their appointment, they will use, and when they use, they overdose. And when the more we overdose, the higher likelihood of fatality. So one of the clinics that we refer a lot of individuals to was 1.5 miles from the last bus stop in Raleigh. So imagine you got to get to the bus, take it all the way down, get off the bus, walk 1.5 miles, get your medicine, walk 1.5 miles back, take it down. That's a lot of time out of the day. Now imagine it's Saturday and the hours are from 7 to 10. Now imagine it's 28 degrees outside. A lot of challenges there. So we say, well, what do we do? And Silver Chipper, Rusty Kiley, I don't know if he's in here, he came up with the idea of, why don't we get a van to pick people up, take them to dose, wait for them, and then take them back to their home or whatever. And so we've been doing that since 2020. We've provided over 10,000 some rides during that time. I'm here to honor Mr. Tim Newsom.
Yes, sir.
For his. I want to say a few things about Mr. Tim though. He's provided just in 2023, 2,489 rides, and he's provided those to 45 unique individuals. And so what we can think about that 2,489, we think of that as a day of safety. So when they're riding to Tim, when they're getting their medicine, that's a day that they're less likely to overdose. They have medication, they have opportunity to speak with counseling. They got Tim and the van, and everyone's kind of like a social support group. And he's taking them to and fro. If you look at Tim's detox picture, he's not smiling. He just looks kind of freaked out a little bit. And so now Tim is always smiling, always laughing. And so he went from can't stop smoking crack to now he can't stop cracking a smile.
How y'all doing? This is Chipper number 955. First, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior for what you call the healing transition and all the staff members, all of them been part of my life and changing my life around, and get back on the right track, I know now that all I gotta do is concentrate every day, doing the next right thing, and staying on my knees and praying to my God, and everything will be okay. So with that being said, I got my son back in my life. Stand up, son. Right. So with that being said, I would just like to thank each and every one of y'all, man, for recognizing me. Let's keep doing it. Thank you.
Okay, how many people here are Trillium referrals? How many people here are Trillium referrals, and if they weren't referred to us and came to us, we're looking at a lot of prison time because of methamphetamine dealing? We're happy to be here. Jamie Elk is been working with us for 7 years, starting out as the chef at the women's campus. And then she has built the recovery outreach program and has been the rock and relationship builder and sustainer with Trillium, which has helped countless people now, and many a silver chipper, and all these folks that raise their hands. So Jamie, why don't you come up here? You've made such a big impact. Yeah, I know you weren't expecting this, not on the flyer. At least I don't have a funny joke.
I was not expecting this.
Thank you, James.
I've been here for the past 7 years. It has been more than a job to me. I came through the program in 2014 and 2015 and went out and had my first tax paying job and came back to work here, like you said, in the kitchen, and then was gifted a position to do recovery outreach, which I did not know was going to turn into a Trillium position, which I did not know is going to fill my heart the way that it did. I just hope that you all stay and continue to give back, and I'll be around. And I don't know, I just think you guys, I guess you guys already. It's been a very hard decision to go, but I know the next chapter of my life is going to be beautiful as well, and I'm going to be just as close. And so thank you, Justin.
Hey everyone, I'm Wendy White, I'm the Development Director. Tonight, I'd like to recognize Jeff Juder. He has served on our Board of Directors for several years and is rotating off of the board. Without the people who volunteered to serve on our Board of Directors, we would not be where we're at today. Our Board of Directors not only serves as a governing board, but they serve as mentors. They connect us to different resources in the community. They connect us to donors in the community, and they give generously themselves of their time, treasure, and faith in our mission. They show up month after month. They work hard. Again, it's a volunteer position, so it is a labor of love for them to be a part of the Board of Directors. Jeb has been able to provide legal counsel for us. He has been able to show up and serve in ways of support with their mentor dinners. He's been a true blessing to our organization, and he'll be dearly missed. Jeb, if you can come up, please.
I'll be very brief, but I will tell you that there are about 18 members on the Board of Directors, and you may not see us very often, but we love and serve you all. That's why we're doing it. You know, I'm humbled to hear the stories tonight of these folks. It makes the time that we give even more worthwhile than it is. Everyone on the board has either been in recovery or knows someone who has been impacted by healing transition, or frankly has died from overdose. So know that we feel your pain. You don't see us all the time like you do the staff, but we are here for you, humbled by you, here to serve. And you guys are the ones that are doing the hard work, not us. So we applaud you. Thank you.
Outstanding job, everybody. We have done phenomenally well with time. We have left enough time for a repeat performance from Miss Carol, our 2022 volunteer. I'm joking. That was the highlight of last year's holiday, open house, right? Yeah. So the last thing that we want to do is we want to thank our silver chippers who have showed up, and I'm going to start calling you up by year. If you silver chipped in 2001, can you head to the front?
Okay.
Silver chipped in 2002, can you head to the front? 2003. 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. Twenty 2011. 2012. Jesse Bennett was the fastest guy to get IFS after becoming a silver chipper. Like hours. 2013. Twenty 2015. 2016. 2017. 2018. 2019. 2020. 2021. 2022. 'I want to add that we're very thankful also to Jeremy Cohn as a staff member, class of 2023. Chris and Bill, where are you guys? All right, I want to say a couple more things as guys are coming through. I want to say, again, congratulations. I also want to say, for those who did silver chip but are in recovery, we see you and we celebrate you. If you have an anniversary, come up here and celebrate with us. And I'd like to ask silver chip number 3 to come close us. This is a full circle moment in some ways. Came here homeless, learning about us from the Shepherd's Table Soup Kitchen. First peer mentor, first alumni to work for us. Got certified, got a career in the helping profession as a addiction professional. Again, retired from state government from 20 years of service. Wes, come close us.
I wanna let these guys have all the ladies have all the fun they wanna have. And of course, I wasn't prepared for this either. My name is Wes and I'm an addict. And I'm silver chip number 3. And I usually don't get emotional and display it, but you know, 10 days after this place opened, I showed up here. And I've had some real miracles happen in my life. Child of adoption. I met my mother for the first time at 64 years old. She was 84 last year. You know, I got a career. I retired. I've watched this place grow. And I know I just want to share this with everybody. If the mountain was smooth, we couldn't climb it. I'm glad for all the bumps, for all the humps, for all the setbacks, for all the come-ups, you know. I'm also really want to recognize all the people that aren't with us, those that have gone on and with a lot of dignity and died clean and sober, those that have been victims of the disease of addiction, those that have come forth and volunteered their time and service to us that are no longer here. You know, this is a place of miracles, without a doubt, without a doubt. I want to welcome all the newcomers to our special fraternity and sorority of silver chippers. Everybody don't get this gift. Think about it. I mean, we hit the lottery, we just ain't getting no money. What can I say? So I thank all the families. I thank all the families for coming out and supporting the volunteers, the employees, the board members, and people that we don't even know. You know, I don't stand here on anything I've done. I stand here on the backs of so many people that have donated, sacrificed, and some have even died for me to be here. So with that, in this joyous giving time of the year, give yourself a hand just because we're here tonight. And for all in attendance and all that wish to, we're going to close this meeting with the moment of silence. During that moment of silence, please reflect on somebody that you wish was here, somebody that's struggling to get here, and those that are struggling to stay here. Along with that, we are going to say the Serenity Prayer, or the prayer of your choice in silence. Who made healing transitions possible?
God, serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. That's what it takes. Hallelujah.